Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Melissa Ann, and if you've been kind of following my nails, we are going to do an update. So I had showed you kind of my beginning thoughts of the gel dip powder nail, and I'm going to do an update for what I think of them now and how I do them. So the first thing I'm going to show you, because I do have some on right now, is how to get them off. Because I have found that while these act like acrylics, they do not destroy your nails like acrylics do. So the first thing you want to do, if you can, I've noticed that some of mine are starting to come up right here. So I am actually going to be able to go in with a cuticle clipper and clip some of that away. And that's just going to take away from the time that I'm going to have to sit with the acetone on my nails, which isn't going to do anything because it's just taking this gel off, but it does take a while, so it'll save me some time. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go through and see, like, see if I can show you here. So this one's kind of up already, so I can just clip that right away with these cuticle clippers. So that will make it a lot faster because I won't have to get all of it off. Alright, so I'm going to do that with all of them. Okay, I have this side all chipped off with what I could with the cuticle clipper. So that's just going to save me time when I'm removing them. So the next step, you need pure acetone. We're kind of going through this backwards, but we have to. So you need pure acetone, and I just get this at Sally's Beauty Store. You need jumbo-sized cotton balls. These are from Walmart. And you need squares of foil. So what you're going to do is take one cotton ball and saturate it in the acetone. And then you just stick it on top of the nail, and then you take a piece of foil and wrap it around. So I'm going to do that with all of my fingers on this hand. Then I have found a process that actually makes it faster to get these off. So what I do is I take a Ziploc baggie, and I I'm missing a piece of foil. I get a Ziploc baggie and a little bowl of hot water. And I put my hand in the Ziploc baggie and then put it in the hot water for about like 5 to 10 minutes. And it just helps kind of, I guess, activate that acetone and melt the powder off. And I have found that that has taken me from 3 rounds of this to 2 rounds of it. So I am going to get my Ziploc baggie and my bowl of warm water, and I'm going to start to remove these. And I will show you the middle process and the end process of the removal of the dip gel. Okay guys, we're back. So I've had these in my Ziploc baggie in my little bowl of hot water, and I make it really hot because it's got to make it through the plastic. So it's been in there for about 10 minutes, so we're just going to take them off and see where they are now. I reuse this foil, so I take it off nice, and then I'm going to reuse the cotton ball too. Alright, so you can see how it's starting to peel off. And then I just go in. Oh, this one's almost off. But you for sure like want to get it all off, so I'm just going to go, maybe it is all off. Okay. There's a little piece left on there. So then there's plenty of acetone still in this cotton ball, so I'm just going to put it back on. move that back up. That one worked a lot better than the last time I did it. The last time I did it, it was kind of like gooey and I had to file it down before I put the second layer on. So maybe I left this in the water a little longer. Okay, now this one had some sparkle on it, so this might take a little more. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. So that one is, just see how it's like sticky residue left. Actually, that's pretty much, I think that one's off. Do you guys see? I don't know if you can see how thin, watch this. Like, it's like a paper nail, but you can also, let me see if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell how like the paper thin starts here, and then this back part is where I've had dip gel powder only on, so no acrylics on. So I can already tell that this is harming my nails less than the acrylics do. I'm gonna leave that one off. Okay, so I guess if you leave it in that hot water, 'cause sometimes I'll leave it, put it in hot water for like 5 minutes and then get stuff done. Okay, so you can see how like jelly it is. Gelatinous, is that a word to describe dip powder? Probably gonna do this one again because I don't want to rip my nail, because seriously, my nails are so thin from when I had acrylics. So I'm going to put that one on to let that one go on a little longer. All right, so we're going to take a look at these next two. I'm going to leave them on a little longer. I mean, it kind of feels funny, really. Kind of showing you guys how this comes off. I mean, it is an odd process, but I am for sure, so you can see like some of that is still on there. So for this one, I'm gonna leave that one on again. So the process of removing the nails does take a little longer. Because when I removed them with acrylics, okay, and just for the record, like, I don't know that I'll ever have my real nails again. After my third child, they were just so frail and they break all the time. And I just don't like that feeling of just really thin breaking nails. I like to have thick nails that I can use. So in terms of acrylic versus the dip gel all the way. And maybe in the process of doing this, like once my nails grow out, so that one must have been a lot thicker because that's really hard to get out. Maybe it'll be stronger, I don't know. But I like that they don't chip because the powder is the color of, you're not putting nail polish on top of it, so it's throughout the whole thing. So they're not going to chip at all. They last a long time. I think I've had these on for about a week and a half. I just like to change my colors up more frequently. I know a lot of people like to leave theirs on for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever. I'll usually change mine like once a week. Okay, so we're going to leave those on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to file them to the shape I want them. And then I will be back to show you a little bit of the dipping process. Okay, so we are back and I have got my nails, all the gel is off and I have them filed to the shape that I want. You can kind of see like this part is actually healthier. So this part up is where my acrylics were. This part the gel has been on, but it's not eating away at my nails like the acrylic has. So I'm ready to go with those. I just wanted to show you guys what I'm going to use on it, and then I'll show you I'll do 2 nails just to show you guys how fast the process is. So we have got the nail prep. So that goes on first. It just dehydrates the nail and gets it ready. Then the gel dip. And then the gel activator. And then I have, so the system I use is the TP. So this is, and I'm not really even sure what TP stands for. It doesn't say on the box, so maybe it's who created it. So this is the gel base, so you always start with that, and then you do the color. I have got a red carpet color. These are from Ulta. Right now they're buy one, get one half. But it's all gel base, so it should all work the same. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take regular alcohol on a cotton ball, and I'm just going to wipe it over the nails I'm going to do. I really should have used some lint-free ones. That's just going to get off any dust that's still on there from filing them, or any nail oils that might separate the color from my nail. So I'm going to do these 2 for you guys. So the first step that we're going to do is take the nail prep, and then we just coat our nails with that. This one's not like super precise. It does say to use 2 coats of it, so super quick. And then we're going to take the crystal gel powder, the gel base, and I find that these, they fill them up to the top, so it's hard to dip your finger in without spilling it. So I just pour a little into a styrofoam cup so that I have room in here to work with. Something that's really important about the gel dip is when you're done with it, I think with any of the lines, is that you clean off around here. Otherwise it's really hard to get open. I've had a couple times I've had to put it upside down in hot water for it to melt around that rim. So now this is important. You do just want to put this where you're going to want the powder to go. And just a thin layer. And you just dip it in. So that part's done, and you could tap it off. You want to give those, you know, not a minute, but, oh, that was not hard yet. So you want to give that a little time to harden, and then you can just take like a fluffy brush. This is an e.l.f. one, so it was probably like $3. And just dust off any excess powder, because we're going to be putting the gel dip back on it. So you don't want, you don't want the polish to get into that powder. Okay, so now we do the gel dip again. And we're just going to do 1 nail at a time because it dries really fast. So the next thing I'm going to do after I get this on is now I'm going to dip it into the pink. Shake these up. So I have like a pink sparkly color I'm using. So I just dip it in at a slight angle and pull it up. Okay, now I'm going to paint the other one. So remember, you want to make sure that you get this one painted pretty accurate. And then we're just going to dip it in on an angle and pull it up. Tap those off. Give those a second to set. So that is the color I got this time. It's like a sparkly pink. Really pretty. Brush those off. We're going to do that again. Thin layer of the gel dip. Now each system is different, so you just have to make sure you read the directions for the system you're using. I know Red Carpet has a full system. That's the pink color that I have. I got my system on Amazon. So, I mean, I think they pretty much all work the same. You just want to make sure you know how your nail polish kind of coats go. Alright, and dip. Alright, I did 2 at a time. You for sure don't want to do more than 2 at a time. Alright, so now we're at here. So now I'm going to take, that is really pretty. So the next step is the gel activator. And then I'm pretty much done. So I've got the gel activator here, and I'm just going to paint right over these. Did I do the gel? Yeah, okay. It's similar to the nail preps, so I want to make sure. Maybe you might want to go 2 coats over. Okay, so there is this color I did, and that is pretty much done. The only step left is to file these down. Okay, so the last step is just to file these down. You want to buff them really good. And when I first heard that, I thought, well, it's going to take all the nail polish off. It doesn't. It just really files it down and makes it smooth. My nails under are still kind of bumpy from when I've taken off the acrylics. So, you know, I just have to make sure that that part is pretty smooth. I mean, they are pretty smooth already. There really isn't a lot of buffing to do. And then when you're done, you'll just go in with 2 layers of top coat. They say to use the gel dip. I don't recommend that for this line because it just doesn't work very well. I actually use the C&D top coat that I bake under a gel light because that just doesn't come off. I've used just a regular top coat before, a regular nail polish top coat, and the top coat started to chip. The other stuff didn't chip. But then I used the C&D one that you bake under the light, and that one didn't come off at all. So that's the one that I use. So that is it. So I really am loving these. I know at first I didn't think I was going to, but I'm for sure going to keep using these. I've already bought some other colors off of Ulta in the red carpet that I'm excited to try. But I would give this a try. If you guys have any questions or need suggestions or anything, or if you have suggestions for me, please just drop a comment below and I am happy to answer any questions and take any suggestions you have. So thanks guys for joining me, and I hope this is helpful, and I will see you later. Bye. Okay, so I'm filming this the next day, so I'm not sure where this is going to fall into editing, but, oh. I just realized I only have on one earring. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you like this. No. But I wanted to show you guys the final product of the nails. So here they are. So this is with the top coat. You can see that they're not super thick like acrylics are. They're just a really nice nail. I like to call them, I mean, I'm now calling them your nails, but better. So they are like on there sturdy. They're not going to crack, but they're not super thick and they're not harming my regular nail. So this is a great option to go, the dip gel. And I use the Gel Light clear top coat for these, but if you don't have that, the one I would recommend to you is the, it's kind of worn off, the Seche V top coat. Whatever you do, make sure you put a top coat on because the powder that's under this is porous. So if you get like lipstick on it or some like food on it, it's gonna, your nails are gonna take on the color of that, like spaghetti sauce or, you know, liquid lipstick. But one other thing I'd recommend, if you do white, Make sure that your top coat does not have a pink tint to it like this one does, because I did that the first time I did my nails, and then my white was not pure white. So yeah, so that's the final product. And my review is that I love them. I will continue to use them. I'm excited about them, and I already have bought some more colors to try out. So thanks, guys.